Hello, welcome to Introduction to Java Programming. It is an introductory course on Java programming. It covers the basic part of Java, that is Java SE, which is also called as Core Java. This course is about 30 to 35 hours, covering all the basic concepts of Java SE. And it is actually a self-paced course. Anybody can learn Java programming with ease by going through all these videos in a sequence. And this well suits for the beginners, the middle level programmers, and also for advanced developers, if at all they want to understand the in-depth knowledge of the basic concepts. So with this, let's understand the agenda of the course. That is nothing but what we are going to cover in this 30 to 35 hours of introductory program on Java programming. Let's understand. Yeah. So as I told, this is actually a Java SE, core Java, and the program name is Introduction to Java Programming. Since it is intended for beginners, the naming was like that, but it actually useful for middle and advanced level developers also. The course starts with the first Java program. We'll understand and get acquainted with the Java environment. So how to write a Java program, where to write a Java program, how the program has to be compiled, how it has to be interpreted, then what is JVM, what is Java runtime environment, what is Java API. So all those details will be understood in this first Java program session. Later, we will move to the basic programming constructs of Java, which are the basic building blocks of Java programming. We begin with a char set. What is a char set that is allowed in a programming language, like alphabets in capital and smaller cases, numbers, special symbols, etc. And what is Unicode char set? We will understand that, and we will able to write programs to print those char set values. For example, capital A is at 65, 122 is small z, etc. and etc. Later, we will actually understand identifiers. Identifiers are named words in a programming language, and whatever you see in a Java program, they're all identifiers except the special symbols. So they can be variables, constants, keywords, data types, and names of classes, methods, interfaces, packages, etc. We will understand them, and then we will also go through the operators, different kinds of operators. So we have arithmetic operators, logical operators, relational operators, bitwise operators, conditional operator, increment decrement operator, and assignment operator. We also cover in detail with the precedence and associativity and unary, binary, and ternary operators. And we could able to write expressions with the knowledge of these operators. Once you learn operators, you can actually make up programmatic statements, but programming language is more of just writing a sequential lines of code. So we have to take certain decision making with the help of control statements. So we will understand selection statements like if and switch, then looping statements like while, do while, and for, and in fact, a new variant of for, that is for each style. Later, we move to jump statements, so which actually make the program control to move from one part of the program to the other part, which are actually break to break the loop, continue, which is to skip certain iterations of your loop, and return to return or to exit from your program. And with this, the basic programming constructs will be done. And later, we move to arrays. So arrays are nothing but a group of items or objects. Um, there are different varieties like single dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional, and we are going to see the declaration, initialization, and standard algorithms by using arrays like searching, sorting, finding, min, max, summation, etc. and etc. So those all we will learn as part of the arrays. And then we also see what is method, how to write methods. So because in Java is a collection of classes, and a class contains data and methods. So methods in fact contains the code. So we write code as part of our method only. We'll understand method, what are their return types, what are their arguments, etc. Okay, so this is actually the first part. So the very basic part. So with this knowledge, we actually move to object-oriented Java, where we start with object-oriented programming concepts like a class and object, then object-oriented principles like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. And we also understand them very much thoroughly with programs. And once we understand, then we actually go and write classes and create objects. As part of creation of objects, we understand about new keyword, then constructors, then how objects is getting allocated in the memory, what is Java virtual machine, subsystems like class loading subsystem, memory subsystem, execution engine subsystem. We'll understand them very much thoroughly. We also see static keyword, this keyword, and we write programs with that, and we also do the method overloading and the class overloading. Then we thoroughly go through the principles of object-oriented programming. Inheritance, to start with inheritance, we understand extends keyword, we'll understand super, we understand overriding concepts, thus we introduce polymorphism. Then of course encapsulation, so writing fully encapsulated classes, then runtime polymorphism, and later we move to abstraction principle. Then what are abstract classes, what are interfaces, and the differences and implementations of interfaces. So all those details will be covered. So later we move to packages. Java API has good number of packages, how to import those packages to our application, and how to create our own packages, that will be discussed. And we also discuss modifiers. We have 12 modifiers in Java, 4 visibility modifiers and 8 non-visibility modifiers. We understand each and everything. Then we go for string handling, and we have 3 string classes: string, string buffer, and string builder. Later we move to exception handling, and Java's exception handling is very good exception handling mechanism, enhanced exception handling mechanism when compared to C++. We understand the 5 keywords: try, catch, throw, throws, and finally. And then what are checked exceptions, what are unchecked exceptions, what are try with resources. Later, we move to little advanced parts of Java SE, like IO streams. So two kinds of streams, like text streams and byte streams. We also discuss file handling, how to write to file, how to read from file, and then what is called serialization and deserialization. Once this IO streams are done, then we actually go to multi-threading, how to create threads, what are different ways, what is synchronization, and what is inter-thread communication, what are the methods used for that particular purpose. And then we actually go through the collection framework, which again a big topic to discuss. Around some 50 classes and interfaces we deal as part of the collection framework, starting with the collection interface, list, sets, queues, and maps, the corresponding implementation classes, and we have iterators, iterator, list iterator, enumeration, and we have some interfaces like comparator, comparable. All these things we will discuss as part of the collection framework, and we will use generics wherever type safety is required. And we go through the generics in detail, and we understand what are upper bound wildcards, lower bound wildcards. And later, as part of the last topic, we will also see the reflection mechanism. That is just to observe the runtime behavior and modify the runtime behavior of your application. We will see what is reflection API, and we will thoroughly understand by writing few programs, by accessing private methods and invoking private methods of your program that is being run. At the end, we also make one mini project with the concepts that have been uh, taught during this particular self-paced videos. So mini project most probably will make use of collections, multi-threading, exception handling. So like this, the introduction to Java programming course has been designed. I hope this course actually gives a great learning to the people who are actually coming and learning through these videos. Thank you, and we'll see you soon with the videos which we are going to start with the program. Thank you and all the best.